Good morning students, I am Satish Anandan, Department of Visual Communication. I am heading the department. So today we are going to see this photography. So the topic name is photojournalism. This is the paper. So today we are going to see the basic of photography. Slide please. So this is the main three things you should understand and you should know. The first point is ISO, and second is aperture, and third is shutter speed. So one by one we can see the topic. Next. So this is ISO. The ISO measures the sensitivity of the image sensor. The same principle apply as in the film photography. So this ISO is measuring the lighting. So this is the concept behind this ISO. Next. So this is a three photograph I given here. What is the ISO setting and what are all the difference you can see in this photograph? See, in this first photograph the ISO setting is 100. So see the lighting difference between these three photographs. If we keep 320 ISO in this photograph, what is the thing? What is the lighting we are getting here? And this 800, this is the overexposure. So much of light is there. The table color is overexposure. This is the correct lighting according to this subject. So this is the usage of ISO. So by increasing and decreasing, this is the difference. We will get it in the photograph. Next. So the next thing is aperture. So what is this aperture? So every time you take photograph, the lens of your camera opens to let in light. How much of light we want to get into the lens. So that is measured by this aperture. The aperture setting determines how much or how little your lens open when you take photograph. So the lens, how much we want to open it and how much we want to close it. So according to the lens open, the light will fall on the film. This is the concept behind this aperture. Next. So this is the two photograph I given the example for aperture setting. If we keep f-stop 4.0 and aperture 22. So f-stop between f22 and 4.0, this is the difference. The background of the image is blur here and the background of the image is little blur. So it is little focus there, all the images, background images are blur. So this difference can be set through aperture. So this is the usage of aperture. Next. So this is the three photograph I given here for aperture setting. If we keep this photograph, if we keep the shutter speed very low, we will get this blur image of these wings. If we increase little more, if we get this type of photograph. If we want to freeze the photograph, freeze the image, freeze the wings, this is the photograph for this example. So if we increase the shutter speed, we can, the motion images can be freezed through by setting up the increasing of shutter speed. Next. So this is the 4 CELL. This is the main concept of to take a good photograph. This is composition, exposure, lens and light. So composition. Next. So composition. This is the principle 1. So this is the three photograph we given here. What is composition? The composition, this photograph is, it is a buffalo market. So what is our subject? Our subject is buffalo and the people who came here for selling the buffalo. This is the subject. So for this we cannot go to very close up like this photograph. This photograph is, if we are going very close, we want to take the emotion or the expression of a people, we can go very close. And this is also 4 girls face. Only thing is we want to capture the expression or the feelings or the emotion, we can go very close up. Our frame should be like that. If we want to take a photograph of this buffalo market, so our subject is so many buffaloes and people who are there, they are selling the buffalo. So according to the subject, we want to compose the frame. So for that, the first point is unclutter the picture, zoom in. So clutter means The unwanted area we want to remove it from our frame. So not in the editing on the time of editing. Before that we will setting the frame, we want to unclutter. The unclutter is the unwanted places, we want to remove that. Second. So this is second, the rule of third method. See where the flower is facing, the facing side we want to keep the space. So that makes sense of this photograph. See this cheetah where it is looking. So the cheetah where you looking, in that place we want to give the space. So opposite side of the cheetah we don't want to give the space. If we give the space on the left hand side, so the photograph what you are seeing now, that image quality or the picture, the visibility, it won't be there. So for that only we are this principle, the rule of third. So the 1/3 of the photograph where we want to keep the space and where we should not keep the space, that we want to maintain. In the top of the photograph, that photograph it is in the middle. Why we kept that image is, some photograph we can keep the images in the center by showing something or some messages. There is a glass, it is reflecting both top and the end. So we kept the image in the center. So according to this, before we are taking photograph, we want to compose where we want to keep the subject and where we want to keep the background. So that we want to decide before taking photograph. So this makes a sense. So this is the principle 2, composition. Next. So this is principle 3. Whenever we take photograph, we used to see so many pillars and so many curves and all. So before taking, you see pillars as line. You see this hand grip as a circle or a curve. So by seeing that, you can imagine yourself and take photograph like this. So don't see as a pillar, you see as a line and curves. If you compose this type of frame, your photograph will speak. Next. So this is a dramatic perspective. So while taking photograph, your photograph should speak to others. Some message it should convey from your photograph. So like that is a dramatic. The ball is very small, but by taking this low angle photograph, the ball become very big and the human being become very small. So this type of composition called a dramatic perspective, the same like this photograph also. Next. This is the second one, cell. So see, already we seen composition. Now it is exposure. So exposure is aperture, shutter speed, ISO. So with these three things we can control the exposure. See, the aperture is 5.6, shutter speed is 400 per second and ISO 100. So what is the difference between these two photographs? The background of the picture is blur. Here the background of the picture is some clarity is there. So we can control the light and movement. So by adjusting the shutter speed, we can control the motion. So with these three, we can control the exposure of the photograph, how much light we want to get in and what are all the things we want to avoid. So if we want to decrease the light, we can decrease with these three, and we want to increase the lighting in your photograph, we can increase with these three, we can increase the lighting. Next. So this is lens. Where you can use lens, what type of lens, where we can use. According to our subject, see, this is a pedestal photograph. So in this, our subject is the people can walk here. So that should be highlighted. For that we can go for a zoom photograph and we can go for a tele lens, or we can go in front of that image, you can expose this image very closely. But this side, it is a forest area, all the trees are dry. So our subject is dryness. So for this we cannot go very sharp or very close up shot. In this we want to use the wide angle lens to cover the environment. In this wide angle lens only we can understand so many trees are in dry, the area is dry. So all the plants were dying. So this information it should pass means we want to give it in a wide angle. So this is the 4 concept we want to see it in the cell, CELL. So today class is over. Thank you.